are truly in a magic moment in time in sports car racing across the board, amateur and professional. We've been at this for over 20 years and I've never seen it like this before. You know, for us, we want to be on the leading edge of all of this, really pushing as corporate America is taking a real look at sports car racing as a fantastic opportunity for their marketing budgets. People are coming out of the woodwork, interested in different types of partnerships, sponsorships. You know, obviously lots of new drivers interested in driving this cool brand with Aston Martin and with TRG.
TRG to us was, they just have the culture that seemed to fit with us. They hustle, they win, they understand how to engage. We're about driving ingenuity into what we do in our products and also about an amazing customer experience. And they really understand that customer experience, and that's really the key that drove us to work together with them.
We are an automotive telematics company and we sell our products in the automotive industry, and racing and the automotive industry are interconnected. So we felt that this platform would help us expand our products into the automotive industry. Dan and I had met Kevin at one of the races, and after talking with him we determined that he had a lot of relationships that we would have an interest in. So we put together a partnership that would allow us to benefit from those introductions through his racing team.
It's great. Continued brand awareness is important for us, but it's also a place to, again, entertain our clients, create that stickiness with them, give them a unique experience that's different than taking to the next basketball game, next baseball game.
When I stepped out of the cockpit in 2004, it's where I really put my energies, was to try to build a company a different way. Anybody can go racing, but going racing as a business with a large organization like this and doing a lot of the events we like to do and trying to do them as successfully and as powerfully as we can, it's a challenge and I love it, and my team's doing a great job.
You know, I've seen what Kevin does with his programs, the way he brings people together. And so I've started to be able to connect a couple of companies into the program. And from that, they connect with other companies in the program, growing each other's businesses, and in turn, you know, being able to sponsor the race cars. And so that's what I'm working on with TRG and Kevin.
Stan and I are very familiar with the Aston Martin brand and the performance level of the cars. We actually purchased two of them at the Aston Martin Motorsports Festival in August, a Vantage and a DB9. One's a V8, one's a V12. The V12 was one of only two made, I believe, was a very unique car that was, I think, showcased at the Pebble Beach show. And the other one was a DB9, which is one of our favorite marks. And we're very happy with the association with TRG and the relationships we're forming with Aston Martin road cars and Aston Martin USA.
It's been a busy week this week. We started up at Daytona and had a wonderful, wonderful partnership evening, wine dinner. You know, we do these, it's a great social time for everyone to let their hair down, break a little bread, drink some wine, and have a good time. We had over 40 people the first night at the Shores Resort up there in Daytona Beach, and then we took it to the track the next day. It was fantastic. The Speedway NASCAR IMSA guys invited us to host our partnership summit in their building, and we brought together all avenues of the business, from people that are involved with us on the sponsor side, people involved with us on corporate hospitality, people outside of sports car racing, media, press, drivers, and all of us to get together to talk about how we can further enhance what we do here in professional sports car racing and deliver a better ROI for them. Took it from there down here to Sebring to culminate for 3 days of driving. So we're down here with private sessions rented during this weekend's event, and we have about 15 to 20 drivers and guests here. We're giving them right seat drives, left seat drives. Some drivers are actually down here testing for their upcoming competition at the start of the season. Or, you know, we just have some really cool folks down here just having some fun. They're heading out on track right now.
The Aston Martin is not only a sexy vehicle to look at and a wonderful vehicle on the road, but the conversion into racing form far exceeded my expectations. I didn't know what to expect at my first test with TRG Aston Martin. And my first laps in that car, it's so confidence inspiring and it does everything well. I've never been behind the wheel of a better racing car.
You can't match it, right? So anytime, for me, I love to get in the race car and learn every time I get out there, but to do it in an Aston Martin at a historic place like Sebring and get to turn some laps, and Kevin's team did an amazing job with coaching, helping you get faster and have a ton of fun while doing it. You couldn't ask for more.
My role with the team has really two important parts of it, of what we use the data and the video for. First off is the driver training. We got to make sure that we're training the drivers to drive as fast as they can, but also to help set up the car. The balance of the car, how we can change that to make it go faster for the driver. Some of the executives are very data-centric, where they like to get a lot of that. A lot of those that come from the corporate world understand how important the data is, because almost everything in terms of turning a profit in a corporation is about the numbers.
For us, it's a little bit of outreach. We're taking our programs, both competition and marketing and business development, and bringing them to, where it is right now, where it's happening. It's happening down here. Obviously, this is where the center of the universe is for the next few months of racing, and we want to be in the middle of it. Also, again, a great opportunity for us to bring people out and to see what we do, from a wine dinner to a fantastic partnership summit, all the way to activating at the track. I know these guys that are here today were thinking, my God, I know 10 CEOs that would give anything to be right here, right now, driving in these race cars, and we're letting them drive with professional instruction and giving them sort of the ultimate weekend. The future for TRG Aston Martin Racing right now seems to be fairly limitless. When we started this program after 20 plus years and made our switch, knew we were going to have to put our head down and really work, and we did. And after 2 years of hard work, we're coming out the other side, and it's just everywhere we go, there's new opportunity. We want to continue to build, craft, and improve our program in terms of being able to work with and receive any of these opportunities, whether it's someone looking for a strict marketing and advertising play for their company, or it's a driver wanting to go win a championship, everything in between.
Amid the beauty of Northern California's rugged coastline and rich farmland, Brian and Kelly Sweety are bettering lives, one meal at a time. In 2011, they took the reins of Sweet Earth Natural Foods. Harnessing both traditional methods and modern science, Sweet Earth is handcrafting food with soul to spare. Kelly's marketing success at Calvin Klein, Pepsi Cola, and Jamba Juice leads to her next venture here at Sweet Earth Natural Foods.
We started out with a philosophy, and the philosophy was everything we make, we wanted to have high protein, we wanted to include ancient grains and legumes that we all need in our diet. We feel that there's more benefits coming from herbs and spices than people recognize, and that should be incorporated in each of our products. So if we've got high protein, good fiber, and nutritional diversity in terms of the ingredients, we have a winning product.
After a period of enlightenment regarding food, health, and the environment, the Sweeties decided to make some big changes. Not only did they want to find a new path for themselves, they wanted to give everyone healthier choices in the grocery store.
Well, I spent a lot of time with the Global Institute of Sustainability at Arizona State, and I discovered that rather than talk about making change, that it was a better idea for me is to actually make some change. So we can radically, dramatically solve our sustainability issues of water, energy, land use, effluent runoff, methane gas, if we moved to a more plant-based diet. So the solutions for a more sustainable planet, are right here. And what we're trying to do is make it easier for people to make those changes.
Kelly and Brian are looking to make waves as they push their meatless menu and start a long-needed conversation about what should and could be on our plate.
Well, the largest product that we make is our line of frozen burritos. We have 8 flagship, and then we're introducing 4 functional burritos. We also make seitan in 6 flavors. We make a line of Tuscan grounds, which is a new product that we're introducing. It's basically a porkless ground that's pre-made, pre-seasoned, and pre-cooked. And then we also do 3 veggie burgers, which I love.
With their high-protein products, Kelly and Brian are now challenging the idea that a complete diet must include meat.
Our flagship product is really our line of burritos. The 8 burritos that are internationally inspired in terms of the flavor profile. They're all high protein, nutrient dense, and super flavorful. We have a Greek, a Kyoto, Peruvian, we have an Anastasi, Curry Tiger, a Baja breakfast, and a Big Sur. I love the combination of worldly and local. Our recipes are inspired with world culinary traditions, but our ingredients are sourced locally, so they're fresh, they're vibrant, and full of nutrition.
With veggie burgers and their delicious flagship lineup of burritos, they're proving that there's no shortage in diversity when it comes to healthy food choices.
You know, we have a sense of place here. We're right in the Farm Belt. We have these beautiful gardens, and we've got people that, you know, grew up, you know, in this area working in agriculture. So we have those agricultural roots in the company. The Zen farmer's an enlightened dude, and he knows how to farm, and he knows how to farm properly. So we take that vibe, that concept of, you know, doing things the right way in a thoughtful, determined way, calm, smart. So that's what we're trying to capture.
Having helped shape companies such as eBay, Pepsi-Cola, and Burger King, Brian has borrowed techniques and knowledge and has applied them here at Sweet Earth.
Well, one thing that we did borrow was the concept of a flame-broiled burger to the vegetarian market. So we did borrow that. The other thing that we learned from Burger King is that, which we intend to do, is be mass and get noticed. So we were pretty good at Burger King and doing some kind of wacky, stick-in-the-eye kind of marketing, and we'll do that too here.
You can find their delicious products at a number of local retailers.
You can find it at Whole Foods, Target, and you can find it at you know, a ton of retailers as well, from the, you know, the local New Leaf or Grove Market, you know, to you know, some of the larger chains like Safeway.
And if you're wondering what's in the future for Sweet Earth Natural Foods,
well, I'm not much at predicting the future, but I fully intend to have my grandkids be buying Sweet Earth products, you know, at many locations. So we're building a company that's built to last, using a tired phrase, but we're building it for the long term.
You won't admit you love me, and so how am I ever to know? You always tell me, perhaps, perhaps, perhaps.
Billed as a modeling agency with heart, Racy Promotions is the brainchild of Hollister, California native Amber Phillips. For Amber, combining beautiful faces and sleek machines has proved a winning combination.
I was born in Salinas, California. I moved to Hollister, California when I was about 2 years old. When I was 10 years old, my parents separated and my mom moved to Cabo, San Lucas, Mexico. So since I was 10, I've gone back and forth from Hollister to Cabo.
As a student at Hollister High, Amber was an avid swimmer and basketball player.
My senior year, they started a ROTC program, and I was actually the commander of that. And before I was done with high school, I had enlisted to go to the Navy. And then shortly after high school, I realized I was pregnant, which changed my plans completely, and I ended up not going to the Navy.
Amber's love for riding is all thanks to her father.
My dad's an old flat track racer, so I grew up around motorcycles. We were at a race, every other weekend or out riding. So I've been around bikes my whole life. I think that's where the passion comes from.
And if you think riding bikes was an adrenaline rush, this California girl takes it to new heights in the skies of Hollister, where she enjoys skydiving. While never losing her love of adventure and adrenaline, she embarked on the road of both motherhood and entrepreneurship.
Racy's Promotions' goal is just to make any event better. We help on a promotional side, a production side. We have models up for hire just to liven events.
Utilizing her charismatic nature and lifelong passion for motorcycles, Amber founded Racy Promotions in 2011. Lending spice and flair to fundraisers, concerts, golf tournaments, races, and everything in between, Amber's found great success with her group of pretty girls who aren't afraid to get their hands dirty.
We work out at Laguna Seca. We are involved with the Hollister Biker Rally also. We work private events throughout the community. We've been at Carmel by the Glass, events at Quail when they do auctions, those type of events. And then concerts that are in the area. We've worked on the last major summer events like Alan Jackson, Brad Paisley, and then we have Aerosmith coming this summer.
Not just gauging their success on their level of outward beauty, the ladies at Racy Promotions give back on the local and global scale.
Charities are something that we've always done, and in order for the models to work for Racy Promotions, they have to participate in volunteer work or community service. And we create opportunities for them to do that. We've done things like weed control out at the Pinnacles, and we've done beach cleanups here in Monterey, and we've done homeless feeds and helped out for the holidays. So it's a broad range of opportunities that they can participate in. And we have a lot of fun doing it, and I feel that it's a great example for these young women who are, they're very young and impressionable still, and it's good to, give them that solid grounding in their lives, and, hopefully that spreads on to other people wanting to help more people.
Amber herself has participated in relief work throughout Latin America.
I've done mission work in El Salvador, Honduras, Mexico, and locally. I actually just led a team down to Cabo after the Hurricane Odile, which happened in September, and I took a team of girls down there to do relief work, and that it's very touching when they're so eager to want to help, and so we don't really limit where we go.
A young and exciting company, Racy Promotions is speeding to a bright future.
We are still a young company. We've been around for 3 years. In that 3 years, the girls that have been with me since we started are transitioning in their lives, and it's inspiring to see where they're going. And the company itself, we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. We're still gonna do a lot of volunteer work, and it's exciting because none of our jobs are exactly the same every year. We get asked to do different events and promote different things, so it's constantly changing and we're constantly growing.
Check out what's next for the team at racypromotions.com or Racy Promotions on Facebook.
In a unique setting, high above the rustic cliffside of the Pacific Ocean, an experience awaits a lucky few travellers that pushes the boundaries of elegance and hospitality. Just past the quaint shops, restaurants and cafes of Carmel, the Tickle Pink Inn serves as the ultimate host to California natives and world travellers alike.
Tickle Pink Inn is located in the Carmel Highlands, which is about 4 miles south of Carmel, right at the gateway to Big Sur. And when guests arrive at Tickle Pink Inn, they should expect a memory of a lifetime. Tickle Pink Inn is unique in the views that we have to offer. Beautiful views, spectacular views. It's still in the family. The grandfather, the gentleman that runs the inn now, and the family built the property, so it's very close to their heart, which I think is half its charm.
Atop the rocky coastline, this magical spot was once home to State Senator Edward Tickle and his wife Bess. Mrs. Tickle's love of pink flowers gave birth to the name Tickle Pink. Today, guests can choose from 35 of the inn's luxurious rooms and suites, or even step back in time and take up residence in the rustic senator's cottage.
The senator's cottage is very private, has a cliffside setting. Inside the living room has a fireplace, 2 bedrooms, and the outdoor patio is very nice, very pretty gardens, just a nice place to sit and relax and have a glass of wine.
The last remnant of the senator's estate, guests can experience a slice of history as they call this stone cottage home for the night. You'd be hard-pressed to find a vista on the property that's anything less than magical. The inn is more than just a room with a view. Every detail has been thoughtfully considered by your gracious hosts. Whether it's the immaculate, Italian-crafted, Egyptian cotton bedding and spacious spa tub that soothe and pamper you in the evening, or the gourmet coffee, breakfast delicacies, and newspaper waiting to freshen your morning, the Tickle Pink Inn is your private oasis. Guided and nurtured by its lovely staff, inn-goers have no choice but to surrender to the inn's unique charm. The Terrace Lounge features the best wines of the region and a fresh assortment of cheeses, crackers and wine. Guests are free to unwind and take it all in.
The Terrace Park is a beautiful little setting, has an outdoor hot tub, a very sunny location with views of the ocean, very secluded, very quiet, just a nice place to sit down and relax and enjoy.
Whether leisure or romance is a top priority, this is one hideaway that can accommodate. Guests leave behind inspirational tales of their stay at Tickle Pink in diaries found in each room. Diverse as it is beautiful, the Tickle Pink Inn often hosts anniversaries, weddings, and boasts a fully outfitted boardroom. This warm and inviting space can lend comfort and inspiration to any meeting or event.
My favorite thing about Tickle Pink Inn, the repeat guests, for one thing. They start to become like family. The staff is superb. They're very detail-oriented. And of course, the owners and the family, they're wonderful, and the inn is very close to their heart and makes it very special.
Its breathtaking views and innumerable luxuries draw people from across the globe to this unique spot, and the Tickle Pink Inn's gracious elegance keeps them revisiting this hidden treasure for years to come.